another video. Today's actually the 1-year anniversary of this channel. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting this channel and supporting some of my content, no matter where you're watching this from. No matter who you are, whether you're in the world of business or if you're not. So this is all about social media and brand development. I was listening to a talk recently with Ryan Deiss. He's actually the founder and CEO of Digital Marketer. A really great company. If you haven't already kind of subscribed to their newsletter or looking at things that they're doing, and as well as the value that they're bringing to you in that newsletter, there's just some really cool stuff in there. And I'm not going to talk about everything in that talk because he provided a lot of value in that 1 hour. I just want to bring back his points on social media and how this is something, there's a trend out there that a lot of people aren't realizing, and that's LinkedIn. LinkedIn is actually the place that everybody's going to be going now. LinkedIn is the new Facebook. When Facebook originally started, it was a place where if you put out some video content, you can really get some great organic reach through all that content. Unfortunately, those days are long gone. You put anything out there, it's very difficult to reach people, and you practically have to buy ads in order to be seen. If you were to jump on Facebook back in 2011, 2012, you wouldn't have had to deal with this. But LinkedIn is in a space now where we're still able to get a ton of organic reach, and that's really where you want to be focusing a lot of your business and brand development content, if that's the audience that you're trying to reach. Once again, being that you can certainly put all this out on Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook and Twitter and things like that, like I'm doing, but don't expect a ton of organic reach unless you're going down the road of just being really crazy in your videos or just doing something hilarious to grab attention, because that's the reality of it. And this is what Ryan Deiss talked about. The people that are trending, the people that are the most followed, and the people that are getting the most traction on all these different social media platforms outside of LinkedIn are people that are doing, frankly, dumb shit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Social media is meant to entertain, and believe me, I've seen a lot of really cool stuff on there. But this is where you need to make a choice as a business professional yourself. You need to walk into the game and think about whether you want to entertain or if you want to be the advertiser. And that's really all it is those are the two paths. You can't go 50% on one section, 50% on the other. You really have to be smart about what you're doing and 100% commit to that field. So if you're going to go full on advertising, you got to be ready to have the capital to buy ads and to really just promote your content as much as possible, because once again, organic reach may not be dead, but it's practically on life support. So I'm going to discuss this from two sides here. Since social media is practically reality TV at this point in time, if you do want to continue to build your brand organically, here's some things that Ryan Deiss talked about that you definitely want to be looking at. And I think the most important thing there is to really understand why people use social media. So here's why. To see what people are doing, because a lot of my friends are on it. Peer pressure. To share photos and videos, general networking, buying stuff, and to fill up spare time to find funny and engaging content. So if you do want to get in the space of really being successful with organic reach on these platforms, then you definitely want to make sure that you're adhering to those things that I just said, right? And really developing your content around that, really trying to build yourself as an entertainer rather than I guess providing value through straight information, because that's ultimately how you're going to create organic reach here in 2020. To say, now, if you're like me and you know, I feel like I'm not generally a super entertaining personality at this point in my life, and you really want to develop your brand and provide value through a more information approach, then you really want to be ready to buy ads. And this is something that, again, if you're like me, fresh out of college, you don't have a lot of capital on, this is unfortunately a space that you won't be able to really do too much in at this point in time. So therefore, what you want to do is you want to get on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn is going to be, as of right now, this is what Facebook was back in 2011, 2012, and you want to be developing tailored professional content for your audience on LinkedIn. The great part about LinkedIn is there's tons of filters on there, so you can really target the people that you're creating content for and get to know them, and then really in turn be able to tailor that content for those people. So yeah, just some tips to being able to just develop your LinkedIn audience and successfully create content on there is don't just put videos and things and posts out there without really interacting with the community that's interacting back with you. So if someone likes your post, if someone comments on it, no matter positive or negative, really interact with them, whether that's in the comment section, follow them, connect with them, interact with some of their posts, and also just message them, get to know your network. And that's one of the biggest parts about LinkedIn that I think a lot of people forget about, is you really want to be intentional with your network and get to know every single person on there. And that's one area that I think content could really help you with is it can open the door to a lot of different people that you may not know that just resonates with the same things that you're putting out. And because of that, you'll be able to develop some like-minded relationships and frankly friendships in a lot of cases with these people, and that'll in turn just help your content grow. So because it's such a great network-based platform, it's heavily suggested that you really just focus on interacting, engaging with your network, finding that niche group of people that you really want to target with your content, and also just focus on adding value. You want to, so say with this video is probably really long when I'm recording it, but I'm very well aware of people's time, so I'm going to cut this down in the editing process, and what you're going to see is something that's incredibly respectful of your time, because at the end of the day, every piece of content or every post or anything that I put out is there to add value and change people's lives. And so understand that you're not in it for money. I mean, you're not going to monetize this, and you know, that'd be great if you can find a way to do it, but ultimately your goal is to create value, and then the money and the recognition and the interaction, that's all going to come after. So that's really got to be your main goal. So those are the three kind of biggest things that, once again, Ryan Deiss talked about. So you want to be the entertainer or you want to be the advertiser. Those are two ways to go. You can certainly be the entertainer if you have that personality, and a lot of people do, and you could definitely try to succeed that route, but you have to be 100% committed. If you want to be the advertiser, you have to be 100% committed. If you don't have either, you want to get on LinkedIn, because that is the place to be right now, and that's ultimately, honestly, one of the best resources for people that are our age. Right, and that's pretty much the video. Like I said, I'm going to edit this down like crazy, but thank you guys so much for your time. Like I said, 1 year anniversary of this channel, so I really appreciate all of you that have been kind of there every step of the way, whether you've checked out one video or all my videos. It's been an absolute pleasure to really just change the content of this channel up, especially as I've worked through my last year at college and now I've graduated, entering corporate America in just a couple months here, starting several side hustles that I've just launched along the way. So it's been an absolute pleasure. I'm really excited to see what type of growth we're going to have in this upcoming year, you know, especially with everything that's going on. But this content is specifically geared towards people that are our age, you know, young professionals who are definitely looking to get something more out of life. And just really take those next steps to get out there. So if you're focused on content creation at all, if you're focused on starting any sort of side hustles, or just really excelling in your career in a way that a lot of people around you aren't, then really go ahead and subscribe, because that's what a lot of this content is going to be centered around. It's also going to be about, you know, my journey along that path. With that, if you have any questions whatsoever or just any feedback, feel free to leave that in the comments below or shoot me a direct message. But I appreciate everyone's time here today, and I wish everyone a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday in 2020. Peace out, guys.